Hell yeah, Wanderlust Wine Company. Make some noise. I just got dripped on. Yeah. If you're having a good time, make some noise. Come on. Let's hear it from you. Oh, shit. Well, this is a nice comedy support group that we have going on. Good job, John, up top. There it is. Fuck yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, hey, you do voices too. Hell yeah. It's like a one-man band. All right. I have two transistors, enough to make a radio. Thank you. Yeah, I do honestly have two transistors. Grew up as my brothers, both older than me. Now they're my sisters. I can't explain it, but hey, I just wish there wasn't radio silence between us all. I want to be friends with them and all, or at least talk to them every once in a while. But they just wouldn't answer my happy birthday texts. Like Merry Christmas. None of us are Christian anymore, but it just seems sociable. Like what holiday do you say hello on? It's just like Christmas, of course, but I'll just go watch Home Alone again. Yeah. So, well, the thing was when we were growing up is the oldest one. So just picture this. I'm like 4 or 5 years old, and there's another boy who is 7 years more cognitively and physically developed than me, and just tries to keep me in pain, terror, and fear every day. It was not fun. She would always like hit and pinch and poke me, under the table, and like when people couldn't see, things like that. But she would also try and get me to believe things that weren't true. Not fun things like, hey, if you put a cookie in the CD-ROM drive, you can play a Sesame Street video game. But more things like, everything that's going on in this house that's going wrong is your fault. Things like that. It's, so I would say that she could gaslight like a boy, but she definitely fought like a girl. Thank you. See, that's, I think, maybe the biggest response I've gotten from that one so far. And I really want it to make sense and be right. Ben, I feel hesitant, telling that joke, right? Because you can't really say, it's much dicier saying negative things about a female or females in general than men. And it's because men are rightly expendable. I mean, just think about like where cum goes. It's just everywhere, toilet papers, tissues, toilets, trash cans, kitchen sinks, the woods, just anywhere. It's just, and I think for that reason it's important for men to try and, become worthwhile enough that they could make their come into a person. Women don't have to try as hard, and that's fine that they don't, but hot damn, when they do, they are sexy. Holy fuck. Jesus. I've been on Instagram. I get too much lately. Sweet Sanja, what was her name? I found one recently that's just blew my load. My mind blew my mind. This has been, I've become a little bit less. Do you guys like comedy? Come on in. Once you get your drink, fuck yeah. All right, hell yeah. We got you guys some audience. Yeah, give it up for me, guys. I saw hot people. Hey, don't say that when she comes in, okay, John? Don't call her eye candy to her face. So I've become a little bit, but I've become a little bit less terrified of women. I don't know what the fuck that was going on here, but maybe that's an Instagram reel I haven't seen yet. But I've become a little bit less terrified of women recently because I got laid twice in the last 2 weeks. That's very sweet. You didn't have to clap, but then you had some life in your claps, and that really felt validating, which surprises me. I didn't know people were going to clap that way for me. I don't know why they clap that way. I don't know if they were just celebrating getting laid or good for you. Finally, I don't know what the idea is. But I've become less afraid of women since then. And I think because, while I was dogging these women out, making love to, having a good time with having sex with them, I discovered something that I didn't realize before. That they wanted me to come, and they were. That they wanted to please me, which was not generally my experience before. I was always focused on making the women come, and sometimes they would, and they wouldn't do it back to me, which hurts in more ways than one. But yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you guys letting me kind of work some shit out up here, riffing in front of you. I love the fuck out of you. Give it up for Wanderlust Wine Company. Give it up for your host Avery Hutto. Give it up for your other comedians you see tonight. Especially give it up for yourselves and those two people who are going to come in here and say my name is Derek Dimpfl. Have a great fucking night.
Give it up for Derek, everybody. All right, keep it going for Matthew Malone. We got a few left. Let's keep the energy up. Let's keep having fun. Give it up for Matthew.
Woo! Thank you guys. Thank you.